Welcome to World Knowledge. Today we're taking you on a trip through one of the most amazing countries in the world, Chile. This isn't just a spot on a map. It's a thin strip of land, super long and super narrow, squeezed between the tall Andes Mountains and the huge wild Pacific Ocean. It's a country of big differences. The driest desert on Earth, green valleys, old forests, icy fjords, and glaciers at the very end of the world. It's a land that feels very old and surprisingly new. Imagine skiing in the mountains in the morning and on a Pacific beach by the afternoon. Like much of South America, Chile's story of becoming its own country is messy, tough, and, in the end, a win. For almost 300 years, it was a far-off and often forgotten colony of Spain. But the big changes happening in Europe and North America in the late 1700s eventually reached this distant part of the world. When Napoleon Bonaparte put his own brother on the Spanish throne in 1808, it created a power gap. A generation of Chilean-born criollos, people of Spanish family, were ready to fill it. They were tired of being ruled from far away. They were tired of the money rules. The first real step towards ruling themselves happened on September 18, 1810. This date, now celebrated as Chile's National Day, marks the start of the first government council. At first, they claimed to rule for the removed Spanish king, but everyone knew what was really going on. This period, known as the Old Fatherland, was led by figures like Bernardo O'Higgins. In 1814, the Spanish retook Chile, forcing leaders like O'Higgins into exile in Argentina. There, with José de San Martín, they planned a daring attack. In a move as bold as Hannibal crossing the Alps, they led the army of the Andes over the mountains. The victory at the Battle of Chacabuco in 1817 turned the tide. Chile formally declared independence on February 12, 1818. Bernardo O'Higgins became the nation's first supreme director. The echoes of that fight still live on in Chilean national pride. The official language of Chile is Spanish, but your high school Spanish won't fully prepare you. Chilean Spanish is its own thing. It's spoken so fast, it can feel like a race. Parts of words are left out. It's full of Chilenismos. Cachai, bacán, al tiro. Let's start basic Buenos dias, listen to locals. Shortened, softened, es disappearing. Buenos dias is step one. Chile is the country of poets. It produced 2 Nobel Prize winners in literature, Gabriela Mistral, poet, teacher, diplomat, Nobel 1945. Then there is the great Pablo Neruda, Nobel 1971. His poems celebrate everyday things. Tomatoes, a pair of socks, the sea. His houses in Santiago, Valparaiso, and Isla Negra are now museums. Chilean food is a direct picture of its geography. A long coastline giving endless amounts of seafood, rich central valleys growing amazing fruits and vegetables, and a hearty, simple style from the mountains. Instead, the focus is on fresh, good quality ingredients, cooked simply to let their natural tastes shine. A Chilean meal is an honest meal, based on old ways, and made for sharing with family and friends. You can't leave without trying a pastel de choclo, a favorite comfort food that's like a Chilean shepherd's pie. It's a tasty mix of ground beef, chicken, onions, hard-boiled eggs, and olives, covered with a sweet, creamy corn topping baked until golden. Another must-try is the empanada de pino, a baked pastry filled with chopped meat, onions, olives, and a hard-boiled egg. It's the perfect Chilean snack, especially during the national holiday parties in September. Since it has thousands of miles of coastline, it's no surprise that seafood is king here. You'll find sea bass, corvina, razor clams, machas, and giant mussels, coros. A popular dish is machas alla parmesana, razor clams baked in their shells with white wine and melted parmesan. And curanto from Chiloé, meat, shellfish, and potatoes slow-cooked over hot stones. More than a meal, a communal event. Chile is famous for wine, Maipo, Casablanca, Colchagua. Think Cabernet, Carmenere, and Sauvignon Blanc. But the national drink is pisco. The classic pisco sour mixes pisco, lime, simple syrup, and egg white. Perfect to start an evening. Chile's amazing geography isn't just for looking at, it holds a huge and valuable treasure of natural things. Those resources have supported its economy for hundreds of years. Chile is, first and foremost, a mining giant. Deep under the Atacama are the world's largest stores of copper. Chile is the world's #1 producer of copper. The northern deserts also hold massive lithium reserves called white gold. Lithium powers phones, laptops, and electric cars, placing Chile at the heart of the energy transition. Chile's natural wealth also includes vast forests, native stands, and commercial plantations. A major forestry industry supplies wood, pulp, and paper. Offshore, cold Pacific waters support a thriving fishing sector and aquaculture. Chile is a top producer of farmed salmon and supplies seafood to global markets. Natural resources have shaped Chile's history and global role, but dependence on commodities brings economic risk. There are environmental concerns and a national debate on balancing extraction with conservation. How Chile manages these gifts will shape its future, building wealth while protecting communities and nature. While Chile often focuses on its own problems and chances, it has a strong history of helping other countries. Its own experience with earthquakes and tsunamis gave it hard-earned skills in disaster response. Chilean search and rescue teams, called USR, are well-trained and often among the first to be sent abroad. They bring specialized gear, engineers, medical staff, and large amounts of aid. After the 2010 Haiti quake, Chile was quick to help, sending teams that understood the chaos. Chile is also active in UN peacekeeping, contributing soldiers, police, and civilian experts to missions worldwide. Chile often acts as a diplomatic bridge, sharing experience on democracy, trade, and disaster preparedness. By sending people and expertise, Chile helps keep people safe and supports regional development. That spirit of solidarity is part of Chile's international identity. If you're ready to answer Chile's call, a little planning goes a long way. First, remember the geography. Chile is very long and the weather changes a lot. Pack layers. You could be sweating in the Atacama one day, or bundling up against Patagonian winds the next. Best times, spring, September to November, and fall, March to May. Nicer weather and fewer crowds. Credit cards work in cities, but always carry Chilean pesos for smaller towns, markets, and buses, especially in smaller towns. Your trip must include Santiago, shiny skyscrapers and old colonial charm. Ride the funicular up Cerro San Cristobal for wide views of the city and the Andes. Head north to the Atacama Desert. Stay in San Pedro. See the Valley of the Moon and El Tatio geysers. Stargaze at observatories or fly west to Easter Island to see the mysterious Moai. For nature lovers, the south is heaven. The Lake District with volcano reflections, Pucón and Puerto Varas. But the ultimate prize is Patagonia. Hike the W Trail in Torres del Paine. Chile is an adventure that rewards curious and brave travelers. We hope this journey made you curious. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, leave a comment with your favorite Chilean fact or travel dream. Subscribe to World Knowledge for more adventures.